Bayley has become WWE Women's Champion on Monday Night Raw. But here's the thing, before we even get started, I'm already hearing like last night, what does it matter, Tubby? She's just gonna lose it anyway. I'm seeing it on the Twitter sphere, on Facebook. Okay, cool, she won, yay. She's just gonna lose it anyway. Boy, stop. That is what's wrong with WWE fans. Bray Wyatt last night with a great story, right? Randy Orton won the Royal Rumble, and I made it my point in the video yesterday, which you guys can go watch. Bray finally wins the WWE title, and the point was Randy Orton won the Rumble. Bray Wyatt is the future of SmackDown. Randy winning was always leading to Bray winning the title and then them feuding. Cool, that's a storyline. WWE swerved the fuck out of me with Bayley though. I will be 100% honest. I have said this whole feud, just like I've said, best friends is the story. The Wyatt family was the story. The story with Bayley has always been she needs Sasha. Who brought Bayley to the main stage? Who brought Bayley in when the draft just kind of left her out to dry? Sasha Banks did. Who is there to have her back? Sasha Banks. Who, over the course of a couple months, got all the shots? Sasha Banks. Finally, Bayley gets her opportunity, but she can't do it. She can't overcome anything. You got Nia Jax, the Wrecking Ball, similar to Braun Strowman and Sami Zayn, but then WWE does the swerve. Honestly, I love it because the theme is still there. She needed Sasha Banks. Tonight, when Dana Brooke was out there, Dana was doing her thing, and then out comes Sasha Banks to get involved. It allowed Bayley to win. She still needed Sasha. Now, I've said that for months, but what does that mean now, Tubby? Well, like in WWE's past, if you were Mr. Money in the Bank and you lost all the matches, when you finally cashed in or won, it's put up or shut up time. Can you beat him? Can you take him down? Can you be the person? And that's what Bayley has to figure out now. See, in my build, I had same thing happening, except I had her beating Nia Jax. Sasha couldn't beat Nia Jax, and Bayley finally did. So Bayley could go on after Fastlane, where she beat Nia, and could face at WrestleMania. Then WWE was like, nope, we're giving Bayley the title. And I went, okay, but here's the thing. Before the main event, I tweeted out, okay, so it looks like they're going to go, Mick Foley's gone, the Authority's in control. Nia should be there, right? Nia should do something. Sasha will come out to make the save. And I got that part right, that Sasha would make the save. But it was Dana, not Nia. I'm kind of confused because for the first time, I don't know where WWE's going. I don't know who's going to main event WrestleMania. Is it Sasha versus Bayley? Is it Charlotte rematch? Is it Nia Jax? Is it Asuka debuting? Is it a 4 horsewoman match where finally the one woman who couldn't be on the card last year, the one woman who couldn't be at Mania, who had to watch in that 24/7 documentary, her best friend's main event, or at least have a main event for the Women's Championship on the pay-per-view? Well, she sat and watched. Is she going in the champion to prove everybody? I don't know. And that's why I fucking love it. I can be wrong, and I want to stress this, guys. I'm going to call out stupid shit. If your first reaction after Bayley won is, she's just going to lose it, that's cool. And I'm not going to disagree with your beliefs, but I'm just like, it's a TV show. Like, why? Why does it matter? If the story's good and she drops it in 2 weeks, if it makes sense to drop it. If it doesn't make sense to drop it, it doesn't really make sense. Cena winning was a great transitional champion to give you Bray Wyatt. But people were also okay with Cena winning, which I said in September, because look what happened. Styles did lose, and where do we go from here? This is the point I want to make. Bayley's fucking champion. So Bayley's champion. And now I don't know where it goes, and for the first time, I'm like, man, WWE got me. Because all I've been doing is, instead, when you watch wrestling, right, you plan some stuff, you think, I really want this to happen. And then if it doesn't happen, you're going, of course, WWE did that. But they never saw my ideas. They didn't know where I was going. So what I've done in the last 6 months is gone, all right, so they had Bayley and Sasha. What if they went this route? So Nia was following her along, and Nia would be the one to interfere. You keep Bayley off TV, let him you think of all these crazy storylines. You think of anything that can possibly happen, and when it finally does, you either go, good job WWE, or it's too predictable. But when you think of all the options, and even you are stumped, and you're not just holding on to that one thing, I just like it better. It's kind of like using your imagination in WWE video games, right? Like my career. I do like the mode, but there's a lot of problems with it. If you face Big Show as many times as I have, you know there are issues with my career, and you kind of got to make it fun. But if you go in completely hating my career, you'll have a bad experience. If you watch my career streams, you would know I took a kind of game mode, and through story and thought process, made it a lot more enjoyable and fun to the point where I could actually play my career. That's kind of what I did for WWE writing. I was so caught up into finding out what was going to happen that when it finally happened, I went, well, that sucks. Or when they finally went the predictable route or the unpredictable route, I went, it was spoiled already. Instead, by thinking about everything like a writer would do, like WWE, if I was sitting in the writer's room and even I get stumped, it makes me go, kudos WWE. So I'm not looking for credit. I'm not looking for anything. I'm just happy that the WWE writing is really good. I can't stand that mindset anymore of just, I don't want people to be unhappy. And this is, if I can stress anything to you, it's a TV show. Getting super happy, super upset, emotions, that's what wrestling does to people. That's what entertainment does. It causes some form of emotion to come out, whether it's good, whether it's bad. But in the case of WWE, a lot of the emotion is coming from dirt sheets and rumors and leaks, not the actual TV show. We're too focused on the news around wrestling, so the actual TV show is meh. I knew it was going to happen. I found out ahead of time. That doesn't happen with other shows. Or if they do leak or spoilers, you watch it and you go, oh, that was cool. WWE is not that thing because we have people we know and trust and love. We have people we want to push. We have people that we think deserve it. It's not like a normal TV show where a character you want or dislike, you still watch because it's intriguing. Here, fans' reactions can create, make, or break a superstar. And that's a lot of power to have. So it's got to be hard to be a writer. And I just wanted to say to the WWE writers, again, you got me. I thought Bayley would win at WrestleMania. I thought the girlhood dream of Bayley was the biggest money storyline they had going. That and Sami Zayn. And best friends. And a lot of the stuff they have going. I just want to tell you guys, if stuff seems random, play it back in your head. When I made the video about Bray Wyatt yesterday, about how Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt, that was all a thing, and I made the video and somebody went, Tubby, it goes back farther. 6 years. Husky Harris, when he punted him. That's what WWE is. Drawing on history. Making storylines out of nothing. And that's all wrestling is promoting something that you didn't know or the fans didn't know they wanted, but you're giving them something for them to pay their money. So if you don't like it, don't pay your money. If you don't like where they're going, don't pay. But here's the thing. As crazy as it sounds, like as much as I wanted Bayley to win at WrestleMania, now that she's won, it's kind of taking like a stress off. It's like, damn, people that deserve the belts have them. Now, if they lose them, as long as it's good for the story, it makes sense and I'm cool with it. And just because I said back in September Cena would return and take the title away from Styles doesn't mean I'm like, oh, fuck, I actually kind of wanted Styles to go to WrestleMania. That's all my predictions are, my thoughts are, except I'm not going to get mad when something that somebody threw out as a possibility doesn't happen. That's what I'm trying to get across in all these videos. That if you clamor onto something that WWE had no intention of ever doing and get upset at the company for not doing that thing they had no idea existed, that's what I'm trying to fight against. Judge it on the TV show. Judge it what you see. Don't judge it by what Vince thinks about people. Don't think about it about what Meltzer says. Don't think about it as like what Vince is thinking backstage. Just watch it as a TV show. And if you don't, oh my God, can you please gossip to me? Because I'd really like to know all the inside details. So if there's anything WWE has taught me, even they're capable of pulling a swerve. Even though it was somewhat predictable, the fact that they even got me, it makes me so happy. I don't care about being wrong. I just want to be entertained. And I'll be honest with you. Minus the 3-hour Raws, because there are some filler segments. The main plots with Sami, with Bayley, with Sasha. You have to remember, the Authority has been keeping down Bayley. The Authority has been keeping down Sami Zayn. If Bayley starts to speak out, they send Nia Jax after her. If Sami was doing something, Braun was there. Tonight, Sami has pivoted to Samoa Joe, which I said 2 weeks ago. WWE is pulling on history. And they're nailing it. So I want to know your guys' thoughts. What is the match going to be at WrestleMania? Is it going to be a rematch? Is Nia Jax stepping in? Is Asuka coming up? Are they doing a fatal 4-way horsewoman match? What is WWE going to do? And just remember, if what you want to have happen didn't happen, it didn't mean it was bad. It just meant something else was in the cards. But I want to know, man, if you're a big fan of Bayley, if you don't like Bayley, let me know what you thought about Raw tonight. Did it make sense to give her the belt? Would you have liked to see her wait? It's all subjective. Everything is subjective on whether you're willing to pay for it or you're not willing to pay for it. And I have a cable subscription, so technically I'm paying for Raw. Even if it's 3 hours. Just watch it on DVR and fast forward. Remember when we used to shit on the Hulu version for only being an hour and a half? Maybe we should all just get a Hulu subscription and we don't have to watch the 3-hour Raw. Actually, what's been on the hour and 30-minute Hulu version? Maybe that's the version we should be watching to see what the biggest storylines are. Is that where they cut out the filler? Anyway, guys, that'll wrap it up on Bayley. I just wanted to get my thoughts out there because here's the thing, guys. It's wrestling. Wrestling's entertainment. Wrestling is a TV show, but at the end of the day, wrestling is still life. And when wrestling is life, you care, you have the passion, the desire. At the end of the day, wrestling is entertainment. We'll have a passion for it. We'll have hatred. We'll have love. We'll have a feeling for a product. And it's okay to be upset. It's okay not to like something. It's okay to disagree with other people on what's actually happening on the TV product. Now, that's what wrestling is. It's all subjective. The people that talk the most about what we like, for all we know, the casual fan could like something completely different, and that's why it's happening. Triple H and Vince have the tools that we don't. We just see what happens on Twitter and social media and the TV. So WWE, I don't know where you're going with Bayley, but I'm excited. She finally won the title. She absolutely deserves it, just like Bray deserved it. Now, what happens next? But that mindset of, oh my God, she's just going to lose in a couple weeks. It doesn't matter anyway. Please, I'm begging you. I'm so much more happier now. You don't have to have that mindset. Look at it as, she finally won. They gave it to her. They crowned it to her. But now if Nia Jax comes out of the shadows like the badass she is, it makes sense. She couldn't beat her all year anyway, right?